If an emergency was to happen, are you ready? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host Josh AA4WX. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. That certainly helps the YouTube algorithm get this video out to more folks. Today's video is brought to you by hamradioprep.com. Hamradioprep.com, and this for good reason, folks. Today we're talking about emergency communications. Ham Radio Prep does have an emergency communications course that will help you become more confident and be ready to step in and help your community should disaster strike using ham radio. Go to hamradioprep.com and use my coupon code HAMShackTV. You're going to get 10% off their already great prices. That's hamradioprep.com, coupon code HAMShackTV. So when disaster strikes, ham radio steps up. Long before cell phones, text messages, and satellite messengers, amateur radio operators were providing emergency communications. And even today, when modern networks fail, hams continue to be the last line of communication. Emergency communications, or as we call it, EmComm, that's EmComm, is one of the most important and rewarding aspects of the amateur radio hobby. It's where technical skills meet public service, and where local hobbyists become a vital lifeline during storms, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, and other disasters. There are several organizations that work hand in hand with amateur radio operators during these events. Let's break down a few of the most important ones. First is ARES, the Amateur Radio Emergency Service. They are sponsored by the ARRL. ARES is made up of licensed amateurs who have registered their equipment and skills with local emergency coordinators. ARES members train regularly, and when disaster strikes, they're called on to provide backup communications for hospitals, Red Cross shelters, and local agencies. Closely related is RACES, the Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service. Unlike ARES, RACES operates under the direct control of government emergency management agencies. It was created during the Cold War as a way to ensure hams could provide communications in times of national crisis. While ARES and RACES share many of the same volunteers, RACES is specifically tied to civil defense and government response. Now let's talk about one of my favorite topics, the weather. Skywarn is one of the most active ham radio emergency programs. I'm actually the assistant district coordinator here in Knoxville, Tennessee for Skywarn, so this hits my heart pretty closely. Skywarn is ran by the National Weather Service, and volunteers act as storm spotters, not storm chasers. Well, in some parts of the country they may be storm chasers, but not here. It's too dangerous to storm chase here. They provide real-time ground conditions during severe weather events like tornadoes, thunderstorms, hurricanes, and winter storms. Their reports help meteorologists issue more accurate warnings and save lives. For hurricanes, there's the Hurricane WatchNet. This is associated with the WX4NHC, which is the National Hurricane Center located in Miami, Florida. This group of amateur radio operators who activate on HF bands whenever a tropical system threatens land. They provide critical updates and relay information from affected areas and assist the National Hurricane Center with real-time reports. And then there's Saturn, the Salvation Army Team Emergency Radio Network. Saturn volunteers provide emergency communications for Salvation Army operations, which include disaster relief, feeding stations, and sheltering operations. Saturn has had a long history of helping during hurricanes, floods, and other disasters, providing both tactical communication and health and welfare messages for affected families. All of these organizations share one mission: to provide people connected, to keep people connected when everything else goes down. Whether it's relaying weather reports, providing communications for shelters, or coordinating relief supplies, ham radio operators are there when they're most needed. If you're a new ham, getting involved in EmComm is one of the best ways to use your license for public service. Join your local Aries group, sign up as a Skywarn spotter, and check out Saturn. With training and participation, you'll not only sharpen your skills, but you'll serve your community in the greatest times of need. Ham radio is more than a hobby, it's a lifeline. When emergencies happen, that lifeline matters. If you're part of an EmComm group, I want you to go down in the comments section and share your story in the comments below. And if you're new, let this be the invitation to get involved. Again, folks, I appreciate you watching today. Don't forget, today's video is brought to you by Ham Radio Prep. Maybe you want to sharpen those emergency communication skills. Like I said before, Ham Radio Prep has an EmComm course that will teach you to be more confident and know how to handle emergency situations on amateur radio. Guys, again, can't thank you enough for liking and subscribing. Share this video out with your local clubs and your friends in the ham radio community and anybody that doubts what ham radio can actually do. We appreciate you being here. More videos to come. 73s, AA4WX, WSEB 693.